good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Everyone, let's sing it. I love you, baby. Not a bad little intro there. Just like the intro to this video. Coming up next is a bit of a Q&A session that I did with the students at Macleay's College. Make sure you have a listen to it. Thanks to those guys again. It was really good to talk to you about my startup journey and where I'm up to and what I'm doing. But that's it for now. Watch these next videos and hope you enjoy them. Talk to you soon.
What were some of those challenges in developing your plan? We talk a lot here about being an entrepreneur, and that's great, being passionate and all that kind of stuff. But the reality of being a business person has to cut in as well,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
What were some of those challenges for you in developing the plan and then taking it out?
It's just my leveling of importance to other people, even though my idea is everything to me, is nothing to a lot of others. So it's a lot of door knocking, a lot of being persistent and patient at the same time, which is hard to balance. It's the fact that you're not only the salesperson, you're the CEO, you're the operations person, you're doing your own finances. It's that balance that has made it a lot more difficult than what I thought it would be, and more challenging than what I thought it would be. I don't know, I didn't come into it blind. I knew it was going to be tough, and I knew it was going to be a long journey. But when it hits you in the face that, you know, I was a very social person. I'd hang out with a lot of people on the weekends. That's all cut down. I'm in my bubble at the moment, and it's frustrating because it's not
A financial bubble or a thought area, like you're devoting 7 days a week to the concept,
Bit
or
of
you're
both.
very conscious of what you're spending?
very, very conscious of what I'm spending, because I know I have to tighten up the reins for the next couple of months at least. But also just investing as much time as possible in this idea and finding new ways to be able to get my message out there to more people is where I'm spending a lot of my time at the moment.
They say in sales you need 10 no's before you get a yes.
Yeah, I've had more than 10 no's.
You've maybe had 11 or 12.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, it is. I've had a lot of no's. There's a lot of bit of tie kicking happening as well, where people go, I like it, or they're not giving me the actual answer. It's a different type of sale. So when I was selling advertising, it's different when you're trying to sell your business. And I actually am re-looking at my investor deck at the moment because I've had some feedback that it's not positioned in the right way. But again, you have to be adaptable. You have to take on those comments and just see fit if it's validated enough to change.
How did you go about identifying whether they were true, valid comments versus, no, I really don't want to see you get out the door? Because I realise, as you said, you've got a sales background.
Yeah.
You can teach those skills of understanding feedback.
Yes.
How did you handle that with your passion without getting too frustrated about going, oh, they don't like it or they wouldn't know what they're talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, what happened there for you?
The unfortunate thing is I have gone a little bit too scattergun. Like I've been throwing mud against the wall to see which one will actually stick. So what I've done now is I'm really assessing who I'm targeting first, which is something that I didn't do at the start because for me it was just trying to get that money in the door. But really you want
So everything was a target for
everything
you.
was a target for
You're
me.
out there shooting away, hoping to get
and
out
that's
there.
not my sales background. I always qualified properly first before I went out there, and I even went away from what I know best.
Yeah.
But that's taken a bit of realisation for me. Then understanding if their reasoning is a valid reason. I suppose it depends. If you're seeing 3 or 4 people and you're starting to get the same feedback from 3 or 4 people, there must be something in that isn't right. So a lot of it, I'm usually basing it on a mass questioning back to be able to leverage it moving forward. And a lot of everything that I take in, I always consider as valid initially, until I really drill down on it and put the right assessment in there, because not everyone has the vision that I have, and they come from different backgrounds that they may not understand my world.
And it's your baby too.
And it's my baby, and that's the other thing, right? Like you've got to. I've spent way. I'm in this. Like I'm so in this. It's not funny, and you, as an entrepreneur, you have to be able to respect feedback, respect the fact that people are going to have varied opinions, that they're not always going to agree with you, and respect that feedback to have a look at it and actually assess if that's proper feedback or not.
I guess sometimes some people told you your baby's ugly.
Yeah, I haven't had anyone say their baby's ugly. I've had a lot of people go, this is a big idea, it's massive, and you've got a lot of work cut out for you to make it happen. But everyone's gone, there's something in this, which is holding me in, because I'm not having anyone go, that's a shit idea. Everyone said it's a big idea though.
So we've talked a lot about money and cash flow and all that kind of stuff because we're at the small pool end. We're not at the big dividend end.
Yeah,
We're not around
100%.
venture. What have you found are the challenges when you've actually needed to go out and either look for money or start to put a prospectus together that says, I'm going to need to cash fund this? We're here today for small businesses that getting cash is not easy anyway.
No.
So what's your experience there? What have you learned so far? What's taking you through?
Yeah, I think definitely when you haven't got a product that's validated, because my product's not validated, it's still really an embryonic idea, right? I haven't created an MVP that I can transact off that showcases that modelling working. And
That's your value proposition.
Yeah, that's what a lot of investors are out there looking for. So the seed aspect of it, if you're out there trying to find money at the moment, is friggin' difficult. But there is a lot of options out there now as well, whether that be accelerators, where they can take you in and nurture you and give you some of that seed capital at an early stage is one of the things that I'm considering. I'm also considering other ways that I can fund this myself. And I'm now refocusing my strategy on targeting the right people at an angel investor stage. But even then, they're hard and few to come by because, as you've made aware, this entrepreneurial journey, everyone's feeling like that they're in it at the moment, and there's only going to be a certain amount of businesses that people will grasp onto, especially in an economic landscape that I think is going to be changing soon as well. So